Ryan here from Planetary Lapidary, and I am not on the western shore of Lake Michigan. I'm once again at my fall fish camp up in Tipler, Wisconsin. So we're gonna go on a little bit of a rock walk and see what we can find. I'm not gonna do a lot of recording, but I'll take some video and play some music and show you some pictures, and then I'll show you guys everything that I got once I get home and get everything cleaned up. So let's get into it. Okay, so I am home. I got everything cleaned up. I didn't take a lot of footage because I was just having fun. I was on vacation, and there was a lot of bugs too. So I did record a couple rocks that I found on the way that I didn't keep, but this is the stuff I did. So I'll start at the bottom here. I didn't get these three wet because these are the three, you know, kind of banded iron pieces that I found. This one is pretty much just solid hematite. That's why I kept this one. Like, there's almost no other material in there at all, just solid. You can kind of see that. You can even see some crystallization right there on the edge of it. So that was really cool. This one is just a crazy brecciated one. Like, I think this is all hematite in here, but just look at the pieces of it. Like, it's like a brecciated hematite chunks, and I don't know what matrix. And then some white here, so another really cool one. That one will just stay just like that forever. And then this was the third little banded iron I kept. It just had a nice cap on it of hematite there, and then it had this one really nice stripe around the whole bottom. So those were the three I kept. I usually find a lot of that up at my fish camp, so I'm pretty selective of what I take with that stuff. But then some other stuff we got, super nice. Thinking it's a Jasper. You know, it's got, I don't know, I can kind of look in the end here, and it's a little bit, looks like it might be a little bit translucent. So maybe like in between like a quartzite, quartz, Jasper, you know, somewhere in there, morphed all together maybe. I don't know. I kept it because I'm definitely going to cut it. I'm going to get some slabs out of this because it should look really awesome. Then we got one little, you know, possibly unikite piece, a lot of green, a lot of pink in it, a little bit of basalt coming through the bottom, so maybe just more, you know, closer to a granitoid with a lot of epitote, but still the green and pink, you know, a nice little contrast one. I haven't really found one of those up there yet. And this is another one. I think this is my mystery breccia, but this one's a little more weathered, and it's from up, you know, in northern Wisconsin, so I think this is a less water-worn piece of that mystery breccia. But I don't know. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna see if this green is solid like it looks on there. You know, I just figure it's like solid epidote or whatever on basalt, but it might go all the way through. So I'm gonna slab this one too. It's got a nice bottom on it already. So we'll see if we can get some nice black and green, you know, contrast slabs. All right, up to the bigger guys. So this technically is probably a piece of banded iron too. It's just a very, very quartzy piece of it. You know, there's just a lot of quartz in this piece. You can kind of see some of the hematite. Here, I'll see if I can dry it off. You know, you can kind of see some of that hematite sheen on the top. So probably just a very quartzy banded iron, but I want to see if I can get some really cool, you know, cross sections out of that. It's perfect to cut, you know, perfect for slabbing. So pick that one up, maybe get a nice white and red. Then I did find this one really super nice piece of porphyry. Like, I don't find a lot of really nice porphyry like this down where I hunt along Lake Michigan, so this is one I found in northern Wisconsin. It's just a really, really good one. Pretty solid all the way through. So this one will probably stay just like this too, you know, just for like a little porphyry display or something. So that was really cool. Don't find much of that. this really nice chunk of quartz, or maybe smoky. I don't know, I can't tell. There's maybe some basalt in there. I don't know, I'll probably cut it in half. It's a nice big chunk. Got some metal-y stuff going on right there, but I'll probably just cut it right in half this way, and then have two maybe standing stones or make some shapes or something out of it, but just a really nice quartz. And then this is just a really weird quartz. It's got all these different crystal formations. It's like brecciated quartz, but it's all quartz. You know, so there's like bigger crystals, smaller crystals, clearer, you know, more opaque. It's like just a big ball of different types of quartz. So with this one too, I think I'm gonna just try to cut right through it, maybe the long way, maybe get some two big standing stones and see what's in there, see all the different quartz formations. So I thought that would be cool. Then up to the best stuff, or I mean this one's kind of a in-between, so I thought this might be a little agate pocket in the middle of this one. You know, it just kind of looked like that to me. I don't know, the skin's a little rough though. You know, I don't really do much agate hunting, so I'm not 100% sure on this one. But it does have a nice little clear pocket, so I figured I would keep this one and just zip it right down the middle, you know, see if I can get something in the middle there, see what's in there. And this one, I didn't actually find. Somebody else at Fish Camp found this one. Shout out to Bailey. But this is probably one of the coolest brecciated jaspers I've seen. It's so full. There's so many red lines, you know, big chunks, little chunks. So I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this. I'm probably going to try to get slabs and then make, you know, necklaces or something for everyone at Fish Camp. But I don't know. This piece is just so cool that I don't know if I want to cut it up. But we'll decide 100% for sure later on. But just a really, really cool one. You know, a really fat one too. So that's good. I also can get slabs out of it if I decide. Then we got the two that I'm not 100% sure. I want to say this is Chalcedony, you know, a big chunk of Chalcedony. It's got some patterning going on in it. It's just weird. And again, like I said, I'm not really that good at identifying this stuff, but I feel like this is pretty close. You know, if not, it could be like a Jasper or maybe a chert. I don't know. It looks like it's got stuff going on inside of there, so I'm gonna cut it. You know, I'm just to be 100% sure, maybe the long way this way, try to get slabs, or maybe cut it in half first and then see what it actually looks like and see if I want to get slabs out of it. But so fingers crossed that that's a, you know, that's a nice big chunk of Chalcedony, maybe with some agate stuff going on, maybe some like moss or something in there, but we'll see when we cut it. Then last but not least, pretty much the same thing, you know, another big chunk. I mean, this is a bigger chunk, but it's got, you know, like that right there, like it's got all that depth and that swirls. It kind of looks like moss right there, but then the rest of it is kind of, you know, I just don't know. It's got very waxy skin. It could be chert, it could be Jasper, you know, it could be some agate stuff in there. So this is another one that I'm just gonna cut. I'm gonna get a bunch of slabs out of this, and hopefully some of that craziness comes through. But like I said, I don't know, but we'll see. So probably this weekend I'll do some cutting, you know, maybe cut all of these or something for the cutting video. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, all in all, a great hunt. Fish camp, I go twice a year. I go in spring and I go in fall, and I always do a rock hunt, and every year the pile and the place that I check is totally different. You know, it's all dug out and different rocks. And this year they actually had a classifier there, a big grizzly classifier, you know, to get all the bigger rocks out of the dirt that they're using. So there was just a giant pile of big rocks right behind the grizzly, so that was cool. But all right, so if you like this video, leave a like, hit subscribe if you haven't already. Stay tuned for some close-ups at the end, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.